Hello guys, welcome to episode 13. Thomas Timo here. Just press the F5 to kind of start the video like this for a change, and I seem to have a hat on which I didn't know about. Not sure what kind of hat that is actually, it's got redstone and stuff on it. Anyway, right, we're back, and what we have is I've been messing around with lots of different. Well, I've been messing around with the EnderIO stuff. The other evening I sat here, or yesterday evening I was sat here actually, making a load of it up, trying to automate things with it. So I've made a few extra things for the AE system. So after loads of messing about and watching a couple of videos, I found this ME interface, which is the way. If I get the wrench back up, you can see, because I got these facades on the EnderIO stuff, which if you hold a wrench or one of these cables, the boxes turn see-through, so you can see what you're doing, and you can actually interact with different things as well. So what we got is I just taken the thermal expansion stuff out and plunked it here for now. I was going to try and do all this with ME, and then I seen this stuff and thought, well, it does look quite nice actually, especially when it's all kind of blocked up. So these facades are painted in this machine here, which you can paint stuff with anything. I'll show you why I had that painted with stone, is because I've kind of been trying. I don't know whether that's, well, it must be working, because it's lit up, and yeah, that's got nothing in it. So we've got some EnderIO stuff here. Basically it's taking coal from there and putting it in to the coke oven, and then it's putting the coal coke out, putting it into the blast furnace, and it's pulling the iron out and putting it into the blast furnace, and it's taking the steel back out and putting it in the chest. So basically this should slowly but surely change to all steel, and obviously all my coal will disappear, and the crescent oil is going directly into this drum, I think. Oil fire block, I don't know whether that's quite right for that. I'm pretty sure that's a drum. So that's the way that's working. I think that's quite a nice, tight, clean little setup actually to automate. Two ovens, leave them going. Oh, that's got a piece. So off it goes, and it should drop. Takes too long, doesn't it? I might have to go automating this as well. I might move this or make this look a bit nicer in here. Anyway, let's leave that. What have I done? I haven't done anything since with the Ars Magica actually. I've messed about a bit, set the stuff up here, used the thumb craft table for a crafting table here, stuck that little eye thing up on up on there. Got myself a bit of a fireplace. Mistcraft, haven't been back to any of that. Oh yes, I have actually. Set up one in another where the ender pump or thermic pump is pumping, taking all of it away. So seems to be expanding off into this area now towards our fortress up there. So that's been that. Odd little hole in places. There was a couple of sun ores or something like that I took out of there. Lost one though, so that's still going well, and we're back with that. So this episode I thought we might try and tidy up the automation that we have here a tad. Oh, another tornado turned up and ripped up the garden a bit more, the outside a bit more. So I've got this tornado sensor and a tornado siren. It hasn't done anything yet. I don't know whether it should be at the top. Farm's going well. I've got the automation going now with the industrial fertilizer in there, which should be filling this up, yeah, with wheat. So that's going all right. And let's quickly jump through here. See how much. 26 buckets, nearly 27 buckets of mob essence. So we'll have to set something up at a later date. I'm thinking of maybe digging down here a bit more. I'm not sure, but I'm going to put in, because I'd like to put, I may dig out that way, make this room a bit bigger actually, because I'd like to put some of the mine factory spawners in around behind that, and I'd like to keep this space a bit open in the middle, and I'm going to put another multi-farm force tree farm in the back of there. So I'm hoping it will grow inside because it's got the fertilizer with it. And then we'll put another big tank. Might put a steel tank, which is why I'm doing the steel. A steel tank in here, and I'm going to put a, well, we'll have to put two tanks because we're going to need a water one actually. So we'll probably have a water one and a biomass, which may turn into fuel, and then I think we'll stick in a big steel high pressure steam boiler. So I think I might put the steam boiler around here to give us easy access to kind of machinery and things that'll probably go on this back wall, because I haven't done anything with IC2 yet. So IC2, I plan on making solar power for that. I think is going to be the way forward. We'll have to protect the solar panels somehow with some blast proof glass or whatever from tornadoes. So I've actually got this running off of this sag mill, and what you get is you do get 2 iron powder, but you do get a chance as well of lots of different things with, yeah, so you gold, you get 2 gold powder, and on the odd occasion you get a bit of cobble and some copper powder. So your iron, you get your iron powder, you get, and on the odd occasion you get cobblestone, pulverized ferrous or tin. So let's have a look. Oh, coal. Ender pearl powder. We got 9 of those. I did update this because there's 2 different item conduits now, so I've updated EnderIO, but before, when you put an ender pearl in the sag mill, you got 9 ender pearl powder. Now you only get 1, but the item conduit only takes 3 pulsating iron ingots now, where pulsating nuggets, where it actually took 3 ingots before, so I suppose it's been kind of balanced out that way. Pulverizer 1, sag mill 1, yeah, you got 9. So we could do with getting one of their shimmering comb actually, that'd be nice. Right, so let's get on and disconnect. Probably want to leave that and that because that's going in, that's basically from our quarry. That's pulling out stacks at a time, so it goes a bit quicker into our interface, which then is basically going straight into our AE network. Can't pick that up. Right. So I'm going to have to try and remember. So I think what we've got up on this one here, so if I get rid of that, when you've got X amount of cables, because going up through this center conduit here we have MJ power and we have item transfer, and you can also put in within the one block fluid transfer and redstone signal. So if you want to put redstone up, you can color code the redstone, so you'd have different switches, so you could actually turn off your pulverizer, your sag mill, or the furnace if you wanted to, from switches on the wall, or I presume probably computer craft. Still haven't learned enough about computer craft yet to quite get involved in automating it computer wise. So what we've got up on here is, so we're on that. Why is that gone completely blank then? Because that wasn't blank before. Or have I got it set up in this one? Everything's gone. That must have been... No, I've done that since the update. Basically what I did have in the insertion filter up on the top, which was bigger than that actually, I had all the ores going in, and so they basically went in there, and this was just extracting out of here and taking it back to the available place, which was the AE network. So basically just whitelist what you want going into it, so some things just get cooked and some things get pulverized. Take all this apart. Anyway, I don't want to keep that tin on me, do I? You can go in there. You can come out of there and pop that down, and we'll redo this lot and kind of explain it as we go then. See, the ones with the eyes, they're a bit more expensive, but you've got a bit more kind of space, I suppose is the word, a bit more options with them to filter more items through it. Right, so we can't pick that up. So we don't really want my pickaxe just ran out, is it? Okay. Oh, I've added more engines. The last mine did pretty well. Got about 40 diamonds out of it, I think, but I'm not sure whether we may have lost some stuff on the floor, because I did happen to leave the server running, and I come back and the ender chest was full. Ah, stupid sticks. Can't do anything with them. And I'm getting, that's gone down quick, I had 12k of that. Stick. It's a meteor coming from somewhere. The other thing might make while we're here, actually, let's get that back, is sound muffler. I got some wool somewhere, I think. Let's go through that in here. Throw all our wool in there. So we need a note block to start off with. Throw you back in. You got to have certain coloured walls. No. So how close has that got to be? Oh, that's done it. Quiet. Quiet here. Right. Okay, so that's gonna get myself stuck in here, I think. So what I plan on doing really this episode is to just get some power down here, and we'll just pop our thermal expansion machines up on the wall there. And right, so this is this stuff and this is the power. So now we should be able to come along with these, and we will end up with I don't want to go too far just in case I can't get down to it. So we'll sort, so we're only probably going to want power up to there at the most at the moment, and then we will come along here. So then my plan is after that to put storage buses on the back of these. So we are probably going to need to get down that deep to be able to attach what we want to them. Whoop. Okay. Right. So that should insert and extract that. So I think if we go in here and let's take some iron ingots, some copper ingots, silver, what else have we got that's being processed? Ferrous, lead, gold, binder, pulverized iron, steel. Don't know whether we got enough. Where's all that going? That's all getting put in down here, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Okay. So what should we have this one? Get down in the hole. Right. So we want insert whitelist, and we're going to whitelist that gold. So that should stop that one. So they're probably starting to come into this one now. Yeah. So it obviously works a bit like your red power. It's the next expensive kind of thing up to gold, steel, and then we'll go for I think lead and we'll go for ferrous. And we'll go for silver, and we'll go for copper, right. So I would have thought now that one I'm going to need to change that, aren't I? Because that's what it's pulling out at the moment. Oop. Yeah, that's going to go in there, that's going to go in there, that'll go in there, that'll go in there, that'll go in there. So I think let's break this, and we will pop one with a magic eye on it. Right, so we want it to go in and out, and I think no filter, and that way, because these have gold and stuff on them, it should, by all rights, I think if it goes in the system, nowhere for iron to go yet, is there? Should by rights come down here. It's not though, is it? Oh, I know what we've got to do. We've got to make it sticky, and then that means it will not go anywhere else in the system. So now, if it enters the system, hopefully, it should, by all rights, go up in that direction, which then means, yes. Okay, so it's not pulling the stuff out. Yeah. So that should now, when things get processed, they should now go to the chest. Let's make another. I got some in there. So if we pop another one on the end of there, that should then give us our iron, shouldn't it? And then somehow or another we'll have to get it to spit everything out. Right, so we'll have iron and we'll have you sticky. And also I think it's that one there with the copper. I think if we make it non-metadata matched, it should take in any other copper into the system that doesn't match the metadata of that one. Okay, so that was easy enough. So what we're going to do is, I have made, how many facades have we got? So if we put one of those in there and then we put our facades in, they should all get I think that might be facaded like that anyway. Painted with cobblestone, painted with cobblestone. Painted with cobblestone. I have tried these on other things. They don't work. Ooh, what's going on? Hang on, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. So yeah, something was going on behind the screen, and then basically I came back on, thought I was recording, fitted all of this stuff here and set it up, and sometimes for some reason messing about with the buttons on the thermal expansion stuff can for some reason make these crash. So I'll just do a quick explanation of what I have done here basically. So we've got this set up to power is going into all of our machines along here, and we're full up there, and I've got this one here to extract through to the right, which it is, and that needs to be coming out the bottom, which is what I did, and it crashed, but it seems to be okay. So what we got in here, this is the one with the little eye on, if you can see that up there, the ender pearl, basically a little eye. It's got an ender pearl on it. So this one's slightly more expensive to make, but as you can see you do get a bit more. So what we've got there, 10 items you can put into the filter on that one. I've made that sticky, so now anything that comes into the system, which is this, will come straight to this pulverizer. I presume that if it doesn't have room in the pulverizer, it should go into here and then into the AE and then be pulled out, hopefully, to go into the pulverizer. And then it should go into the redstone furnace and then be chucked out of the redstone furnace and depending on what we're making, which is not tin, metadata 65. Oh, I see, they got the same IDs, haven't they? Right. So maybe we do need so why has tin ingot got the same ID? Because it's thermal expansion, I presume. So let's make the meta data on that one. And pop that on there. Is that flashing every time something went down there then? 20264. Right, so I'm going to have to go back to all of those now and make sure the metadata is okay. Set on it. Right, so, okay. Ignore what I said earlier. Right, so that is working as we want that. So this furnace here, that is flashing, isn't it? Oh no, that's because I went through that. And then if I go through that, that's why it's flashing. Okay. So that is that. That one there should, I hope, just be on extract, yeah. And then in this one, around the back here, we will put another one with the ender pearl on it, and that is going to insert, and we will whitelist that with items that cannot be pulverized, which at the moment what I know of is aluminium can't be. Let's put those back in, and iridium can't be, I don't think anyway. But I'm not sure about dark iron at the moment. So let's put that one in there, and that one in there. We'll make that one sticky for that. And I have no facades on me, but I can tidy that lot up in a later date. Right, everything's still coming out here okay, yeah. So that's what we got so far. So I'm going to pause this now, and then I think what I'm going to do is make a load of ME storage buses, I think they're called, to go along the back here, drop down under, connect up to our ME cable which is down over there, and then that should put everything then back into our AE system. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we're back. Definitely, at the moment I have left a bug report actually, but if you do try and adjust these configurations up while EnderIO is connected, you do get a crash. So I would suggest any of you playing with a Modpack and watching this at the moment is to make sure all your machines are configured to how you want them to work before you connect your cables up. Doesn't seem to affect the world at all. I haven't had any problems restarting the server. I don't know whether it's the same in single player either, so it could just be the fact that I got this on the little server on the laptop that's causing more hassle really. It's the best way to go about getting to where we want to go. I think that there should basically take us to up behind our machines. What am I doing? Going that way. I thought it was an extra cable there. Didn't know about. So we'll be. That's our fluid duct, didn't it? Come in. So we should be somewhere near, I would think. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that is connected to that. So I've made 7 storage buses. What's going on? Get round the right way. I hope I got the right thing here, have I? Well, I'll soon find out when I'm go to the monitor when I monitor the thingamajig, whatever it is. There you bugger, don't want it down there. Don't want it down there either. Whoa. Right. Let's pop that in there. And then go and take a look up here. Get rid of that. Crescent hammer. Nice. So that is in there. So they are all definitely connected now. So let's see if we can tidy this up a bit. I'll get to that lot in a minute. And some facades. Let's paint a few of those up. Can't get in there. So I think we're going to end up being left with a line there anyway, aren't we? I don't really need to put them down there, do I? Because they're covering up with those machines. It's just the so we'll put them there. We might get that on there. Well, there we go. That's kind of alright, I think, for now. So there's a basic. The kind of basic setup, really. For processing and storing with EnderIO, which apart from the crashing and the fact that I might have to swap maybe the EnderIO stuff going in the back, and whichever way I do it with those buses, it's not going to look completely tidy, is it? Whether we can put Buildcraft fascias over the top of those, I don't know. Whether I can get Buildcraft fascias for this stuff, I don't know either. It's looking a bit better than what it was when we had it stacked up in the middle. Right guys, so off camera between now and next episode. Oh, I've taken the getting too much wheat in our inventory. Don't need it all. Right, so yes, next episode. In between now and then, I will why aren't you getting sucked out? I will try and get some machines, well, certainly a few solar panels and things like that made up, and I think we'll stick our I don't know where to put anything. Maybe I'll have to build a bit of a wall down through here, I think, and on this side here we'll put our IC2 machines. Got some IC2 machines, and we'll get solar panels. Well done, meteor shield. And yeah, we'll get some solar panels. I'll make some solar panels up, get some cabling down, and we'll get some of this set up, because that way I think we can triple our ores that way, and we will go for that next. But in the meantime, I shall try and get some stuff out of here and sling it all in and get all the ores processed and hopefully in their right places. I started doing something now. What have you got there then? Aluminium. So I need to set up the output of that, because we do have no output. Right. Anyway guys, it's probably a bit of a long video. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next episode.